Hey guys, it's Ancap24 coming with a money play for Madden 16 out of the Cleveland Browns playbook. Today we're going to look at a gun formation called Wing Trio Browns, and we're going to be looking at a play called Slot Fade Shot. Today what we're going to do is show you how to get huge chunk of yards down the field, take shots down the field to move the ball quickly in order to go ahead and extend the defense in order to get more plays to have them work down the field. Okay, so what we're going to do, if you look at this first play I did, it was a 52-yard play. It's called Slot Fade Shot. On the one time I use it during the game, I'm going to show you how to beat cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4, as well as man in case you get stuck on man on this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and call a cover 2 and kind of show you exactly the way we want to go ahead and attack this. The first thing you want to do is put your A on a streak, the B on a slant, and block your running back. Okay. By doing this, the RB receiver is going to take an outside release and get that strong safety on the top right of your screen to get him to follow him to the sidelines, while the B holds the middle linebackers and the A is going to be wide open in the middle of the field for a seam route against cover 2 and cover 2 sinks. Let me go ahead and show you how it works. It goes here, the goalie hesitates a little bit, and you're just throwing it right down the middle of the field. Easy money for a cover 2 beater across the board. Okay, that's working in the middle of the field. Let me show it to you how it works on the sidelines as far as using the wide side of the field. It's important to know how it works in the middle and on the wide side because of the fact that the spacing is different. The players play the field differently depending on where the ball is hiked. So you always got to practice on every side of the field. It doesn't matter right now, it's on the wide side because it's on the left. We're going to go to the right side. If the ball was on the right side, you want to flip the play so you go to the wide side to the left. So we're going to do the same type situation where we're going to go ahead and put the B on a slant, the A on a streak, and block your running back. And we're going to go ahead and get to the A here. It does take a little bit longer from the wide side of the field, only because of the fact that the slant pattern does take a little bit longer to get to the middle linebacker, making him drop in coverage a little bit more. But you can see that it worked against cover 2 as well from the left side. Now, we're going to go ahead and show you against cover 3. And cover 3 is going to show you, I'm going to start you off with the wide side because we're going to run it two different ways here. Against cover 3 on the wide side and cover 3 in the middle are two different, entirely different setups. I want you to know that, okay? So the first setup is a little bit tricky, and it's a shot play. What I mean by that, in the way that they go ahead and explain it with Madden, I want to make sure that we're on the same lingo here, is when you want to take a shot down the field predicated on what you see from the defense. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you the exact setup that I'm going to go with and show you what I'm looking for in order to take the shot or take the dump off route, okay, depending on what you see. So the first thing you're going to do is put the A on a streak, put the B on a fade, and put the X on an in. Okay, now this is the way it's set up originally. What I'm going to do is move this B receiver to the left. Now, this is how I'm drawing this play up. I want the A to go ahead and take the attention of the safety in the middle to keep him in the middle of the field as much as possible. Then I want the RB to go ahead and take a clean release to the right-hand side and take that one cornerback and drive him as far to the sidelines as possible, opening up that pocket for the B receiver to get in between and try to beat them in that seam between the two down the field. Now the X is there only for a backup route just in case the RB gets bumped. If the RB gets bumped, this play will not work because he does not get the ability to get down the field to spread the defense the way we like it. So the first read you're looking for is, does the RB get a clean release up the field? If he does, let's take a chance at the B. If not, we're going to dump it to the X. Okay, so let's go ahead and show it to you here. We're going to look at that RB receiver, see how he's in the middle, and see if he gets bumped at all. Okay, he doesn't get bumped, so now we're going to try to do is throw the ball deep to the middle of the B receiver as he splits everybody for the easy score. Now, I'm hoping here that he does get bumped so you can go ahead and see it and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and move that guy over, put him on a fade, A on a streak, X on an in. Alright, so here it is again. Let's see if you hear. This time he does get bumped. We're going to go ahead and throw it to that guy. Hopefully the guy will catch the ball, but that is the throw that we're going to do it. And it's just a dump off. I would like to go ahead and run this play on a second and short play or first down, knowing that you can take the yardage. It's not a 3rd and 9 play, because if he gets bumped, then you're in a stuck mode where all you're going to do is get that 4 to 5 yards on that inside route. You want to make sure you call this on this type of scenario against cover 3 on something that you're okay dumping the ball off in the situation that there is. Let's go ahead and see it again. This time he does not get bumped, and we're going to go down the field, and that time I did get him to catch the ball, but that wasn't the throw I wanted. I wanted to wait a little bit longer, so he split there. That is the trickiness of this play. I will make sure that you understand you do want to practice it. Even with me practicing, I do have some times that I don't get exactly the way I want it, but it's still a safe throw because I haven't gotten it intercepted. It's just the way you time it is the way it's going to end up being success for you. Here, he gets down the field again. Now we're going to wait just a little bit longer. We're throwing it down the field, and you're going to see how well that opens up when you wait just a little bit longer and throw the right pass, okay? Now that is how it works from the hash mark, from the wide side of the field. Now we're going to put it right in the middle here. I'm going to show you a whole different setup that's actually a universal setup for this field, for this formation that you can do against cover 3 from the middle the entire time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the RB on a fade, the B on a fade, and the A on a streak, okay? And put the X on an in. That's a lot of hot routes, but understand why I'm doing this, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is put the RB and tuck them in a little bit closer to the A. What that's going to do is you're going to take the RB speed and release to get the attention of the free safety in order to make sure that he jumps that route, and when he jumps that route, you want to throw a hard bullet to the inside to the A receiver. Watch how it develops. Watch that free safety with your eyes and see when he jumps, you want to throw it there. So you got to be patient, wait for the jump, okay? Here we go. He's going to go ahead and jump right there, throw it inside. Now you have an easy cover 3 beater that's going to split the defense and really infuriate your opponent, okay? Unless he's using that free safety as a user, unless he's using a middle linebacker that he's going to get deep enough, this play will be open anytime, any play. Okay, watch. So basically, move this guy over. And the reason why I put the X on, and it's not needed, but I put the X on and in, is because I want the X to be able to keep that cornerback on the left as close to the line of scrimmage as possible for the run after the catch ability of my tight end, because I want to take this to the house no matter where I am, okay? So let's go ahead and watch that free safety again, see how he goes ahead and jumps, and we're throwing it to his inside. He can't recover. We're going down the field for the easy touchdown. Okay, so that's against cover 3. Let's go ahead and go against cover 4. Now, cover 4, I prefer to only be on the hash. It does work in the middle, but your splits are not as good, and you're not going to get the run after catch that you would if it wasn't, if he's on the hash mark. So let me go ahead and show it to you on the hash mark, and then I'll show you how you can work it from the middle, but I want to make sure that you see it first, okay? So against cover 4, real simple. Go ahead and put your Y the extra blocker, put the B on a streak, and put the A really on any type of route, but I like to put them on a out route. I feel like that's probably the best way to make it work. And the biggest thing you need to know is you need to move this guy over to the left, okay? That gives him what it is. Now, if you remember my cover 4 concepts in Madden 15, I always talked about having a designated route in which it was a delay. This delay is that he goes to the right a little bit, and we're wanting this guy to get bumped. If he doesn't get bumped, it still will work, but the more he gets bumped, the better it will happen for us. As soon as he gets off of his bump, we're going to throw a bullet pass to the right-hand side, okay? So what we're going to do is watch the RB receiver. He's going to get bumped. He gets off, throwing it to the right-hand side, and we make our move, and we're going to be able to get down the field. This is a cover 4 beater due to the fact that we're wanting to use the aggressiveness against them in order to do it. So what I'm going to head to do again, this time I'm going to put the A on a hook. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm changing it up. What I want to do, let's go back to this guy. Okay, so this guy's going to be on a streak. This guy's going to be on this one. Like I said, it doesn't really matter with what the A is on. I'm just trying to find an alternate route for him just in case they user it and when it goes. Okay, so we're going to watch the RB. Okay, he's going to not get bumped, and we're going to throw it there. See how when he doesn't get bumped, we're going to kind of throw it, and we're going to use the screen of that one receiver in order to get it there. So you can see how that was a little bit different because he didn't get bumped, but at the same time we still made it work because this guy is going to make a natural, screen rear there where he can't run through that guy. See that? And when he does that, you get that play down there. Okay, so that's when it doesn't get bumped. The bumped is the other way. Okay, now if I put it in the middle, like I said, it will work, but I just feel like because you don't have the same type of splits, the same type of spacing that you want, you're not going to get as much room for error on the throw per se. Okay, so here it is. We're going to go for the RB. He's getting bumped, he's getting bumped, he's getting bumped, and we're throwing it. See how in that time, because that guy stays over there, he doesn't have that room to me really depict where I'm going to go. That play was a little bit more unique there because of the fact that he bumped him too long, but you can see on the middle of the field, it's much more challenging. That's why, when I said before, you want to make sure you know where you're on the field when you call these plays for the success, because you need to understand why things work the way they do depending on where you call them. So this play does work here. So that time, how he doesn't get the bump, and I'm able to get that play because of the cross of the two receivers. I want to show you a play in which, on the same scenario, in which the guy does get bumped, and we can make it work here as well. Last time, okay, so he does get bumped. He gets off the bump. Nope. See, again, the way he gets bumped from the middle, it's because of the way the guy plays his zone. He doesn't have to go as far as he did before on the zone, so he could stay in that zone a little bit more and not get off the bump. Okay, he gets off the bump there, we're throwing it there, and see how it does work still, but you're just having a tighter coverage. That's why I prefer to run this from the hash mark. Okay. Now, last thing I want to show you is how to use it to beat man. It's not my favorite way of using this play, because the other plays obviously are plays that we can get down the field really, really quickly and kind of manipulate what we want. But there is that oh crap moment when you say, oh, it's man, I didn't expect it to man. What am I going to do here? Now, let me show you the best way to beat man with it, and it's actually going to be a fade route. Okay, so now what we're going to do with the A receiver, put him on a streak, and we'll put this B route on a streak, but we're going to move him here. The reason why we do that, the first thing you're going to notice, and see if I can see how it works here. Okay, see how the right DB is in that press mode, but when you move him over, he backs up. See that? Okay, so that gives you that ability to have a free release, and also what that B is trying to do is try to hold that safety just far back enough to where he can't get to that RB route. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get a separation from that DB. That's your number one receiver in the slot right now. As soon as he separates, we're going to do a lob pass towards the sidelines, away from that strong safety, and we're going to kind of just hit in that little basket. Okay, so here we go. And there's the throw that you want to throw right there. Now, it's not going to be, it's going to be more of a catch in which sometimes you're going to have the full separation, sometimes you're going to be able to just have to use your athleticism of your slot receiver there, which is your number one receiver. However, that is that oh crap moment. I don't know where I'm going to go with this ball. That's the play you want to do it. It does work well on the goal line as well. But go ahead and see here. It gets off. You throw that little ball there, and you can see how the closure happens a little bit there. So you kind of want to throw it on lob, but you also want to give it a little bit more touch to it, so that way he doesn't get that come from behind animation that he does there. Okay, so let's see if we can get it perfectly here. And that's kind of what you're looking for right there. Make sure you go up with the spectacular catch when he does that. When I throw the lob pass, I am throwing the RB bumper, the high pass that they talk about, and be able to show it to you right there. I'm kind of lobbing it. I'm throwing it to the 3 o'clock position, and I'm putting the spectacular catch right there. So that's how you beat man coverage on that, guys. I broke it down how to show how to beat cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, and man coverage using this money play. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to show you a bunch of more money plays, how to get people more wide open for Madden 16. Go check out my website, themaddenacademy.com, in which I'm going to go ahead and get a subscription site through that, which also throws a lot of my stuff on there that you can go ahead and look at all times. Man, I appreciate your follow.